tonight I'd like to talk to you about something that changed my life forever. It all started when I was 2 months of age, and they found out that I was actually diagnosed with aortic stenosis. And aortic stenosis is where they have the aorta valve itself is narrow, and then the ring around it, which is called the annulus, is doesn't grow as well with my body. And so they had said eventually you're going to have open heart surgery. And so, thinking as a young child, I was like, okay, I'm different, yes, and maybe I'm not normal and like every other average person. But I thought like, well, it's cool to be like that, and everything's okay, and I wasn't really thinking of anything bad till then. And then once I got older, towards my senior year of high school, actually on August 15th, 2013, they said that I had leakage in my valve. And I was thinking like, oh goodness, Lord, like what's going on? What's going on here? And they said that you're gonna have open heart surgery. And I was like, oh gosh. And I ended up having an anxiety attack over it at church, ironically, which was good because the Lord was really protecting me. And so in October when I had the surgery, they ended up, it's called the Ross procedure, and I had a Japan doctor there, and he was the top surgeon at Arkansas Children's Hospital. And I've been seen by them ever since they found out I had aortic stenosis. And it's where they actually cracked open my rib cage, and they went in and did an incision, and they had the aorta valve out, put the pulmonary valve in the aortic position, and then the donor valve in the pulmonary valve. So, after that, I started recovering, and I went to intensive care for about 2 days, and overall, I was in the hospital for 7 days. And I think it's kind of ironic that I was actually in surgery for about 7 hours and then in the hospital for about 7 days. So I don't know if that's a God thing or not, but it's cool. So, and then once I got home, I had all these, limitations to go. I pretty much had to learn how to, walk and learn how to balance all over again. And so, going through this time of, looking back at my life and where I'm at now, I see that God, really gave me a second chance at life. And that, He used this situation I went through, even though I didn't understand at the time what was going on. Later, I see now that I'm a much healthier person. I'm able to share my testimony, and, what's that saying where they say your test becomes your testimony? And so, that's really helped me, to encourage others. And during that time I was in the hospital, I believe, many people at one time have been, that same situation of where, you have difficulties you have to pass over. And, for my personal situation, I was able to overcome my battles with the Lord, my family, my church family, and lots of friends that I had. I'm so thankful for them. Thank you, guys.
Praise the Lord.
Yeah.